Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is the lower bracket, and one of these players is going to bow out of the tournament at this stage. The map is Metropolis, and spawning in the bottom spawning location as the red Protoss player. Let's see what he can do. He had a good start to the tournament. Don't forget, because he actually... he was taken out by LiveZerg, unfortunately, but he had a good start to the lower bracket by defeating Mana and knocking him out of the tournament. Let's see what he can do here. It is HasuObs. And his opponent is going to be the Blue Zerg in the right-hand side, getting knocked down to the bracket by his brother, of course, one half of the Spanish Armada. We have, in the blue colors, it is Caronte's VortiX. So, a pretty exciting game coming up here. Another PVZ. Grubby, of course, able to take LiveZerg 2-0 when we last spoke. Let's see what these guys are able to come up with in this particular best of 3. The games are non-stop. They're flowing thick and fast here. And that's exactly how we like it here at the Intel Extreme Master. We have a pool first coming out from VortiX. Nothing too much out of the ordinary so far. And in the meantime, HasuObs saving up his minerals, looking likely that he might attempt that Nexus first. Incredible stuff all around. Let me just get this tweet up. There we go. And the winner of this particular best of 3, okay, doesn't get eliminated from the tournament. That's kind of a big deal. But we'll go up against, let me see. Oh, wow, that's actually, we'll go up against the winner of Damaga Daisy versus someone who is yet to come down. So actually, that could be the loser of Snoot and Bly as well. So that section of the bracket actually is quite a long ways to go. So we'll be looking into that a little bit later. We do see the Forge in the main base for HasuObs. And we have the Nexus on the low ground here, thanks to the destructible debris. A little bit of a smaller choke point, at least earlier in the game, before this debris does get taken out. And as a direct result of this, we'll be able to wall it off with fewer buildings, so it doesn't need the Forge to assist in that. We've got the natural expansion taken now for VortiX, and are we going to be seeing... We have 4 Zerglings moving out towards the natural here, just to double check. And there is the drone that is destined to be making that 3rd hatchery. And it looks like these Zerglings are going to immediately spot this scouting probe from Hasu. And Hasu is determined to go and scout to make sure and see if that 3rd base is indeed available there. He will be able to get in no problems because VortiX did not get the Zergling surround or anything like that in time. He wasn't too focused on killing that off just yet. But he doesn't mind. He knows that we're going into a normal game, and both sides are just going to normalize very, very quickly here. We have a gateway about to complete at the front for HasuObs, and no doubt we'll be seeing a Cybernetics core follow suit. And there we go. Away from the wall off, important to note. The Cybernetics core is behind the pylon because you do not want a bunch of roaches early game sniping off the Cybernetics core and forcing you to make only zealots out of those gateways. That would be quite frustrating indeed. Now, a reasonably quick Roach Warren, actually just a Roach Warren coming out from VortiX right now. He's only taken the 1 gas, and he's going up to 5 roaches, and that's because he's cancelled his 3rd hatchery. So we're going to be seeing an interesting timing coming out of VortiX here. He cancelled his 3rd hatch. Hasu thinks he's going into a normal game. VortiX is going for a huge push here with roaches and lings. 7 roaches and 10 lings on the way, and we're going to have an explosive start to this series in game number 1. VortiX now moving out. He holds both watchtowers with Zerglings as well. Hasu has no idea this is coming. He sees 2 links, but that's about it. That's not going to alert him to any danger just yet. Robotics facility being made on the high ground, but look at this. Army supply 27-4. That's a pretty significant lead for our Zerg player at the moment. Will the element of surprise win VortiX this game? The roaches are now moving towards the base of Hasu. He is continuing to build those Zerglings. Zergling speed admittedly has just started, but even with slowlings, this is a huge number of units to be barreling down, and he goes into the natural expansion. Hasu immediately pulls all of the probes, and GG's. He knows that it caught him off guard, and that's going to be that. VortiX wins game number 1.